Why am I getting the same threats he's giving to Iran?
So Jimmy Kimmel just compared the threats he's receiving from Trump to the threats Trump is making against Iran. This isn't just comedy. It reveals something genuinely disturbing about how Trump treats domestic critics versus foreign adversaries. We're breaking down the parallel language and what it means.
You know, this morning when I woke up to my wife shooting video of me with her phone. I don't know what's going on, but it turns out she was shooting me to let me know the president gave me another shout out today.
Think about this. While Trump is supposedly managing multiple international crises, he's waking up each morning to rage tweet about late-night comedians. Reagan dealt with the Cold War without obsessing over Saturday Night Live. This level of distraction from actual governance is unprecedented.
He also called into Newsmax this afternoon to call me a lowlife and demand I be fired again. This guy is so mad at you. You would think I posted a picture of seashells or something. Isn't there a war dragging on? Imagine if FDR...
He's absolutely right about the war dragging on. Iran just breached the uranium enrichment limits again last month, and Trump's response is to spend time calling into Newsmax about a comedian. The contrast between what demands presidential attention versus what actually gets it is staggering.
During the campaign for president, there was a man, a very prominent Republican man, who seemed to be against this idea of muzzling people you don't agree with. I hate to say this, and I hope it doesn't get me in trouble. I'm starting to think Donald Trump might be a hypocrite.
The hypocrisy is documented. During his 2024 campaign, Trump specifically promised to protect free speech and end what he called weaponized government censorship. Now he's literally using his platform to pressure networks to fire critics. The receipts are all there in his own campaign materials.
So this is what the president posted yesterday about Iran. Iran can't get their act together. They don't know how to sign a non-nuclear deal. They better get smart soon. ABC Fake News Network firing seriously unfunny Jimmy Kimmel, who incompetently presides over one of the lowest rated shows on television. People are angry. It better be soon.
The parallel structure isn't coincidental. They better get smart soon versus it better be soon. This reveals Trump's fundamental approach. Whether it's Iran's nuclear program or late-night comedy, he uses identical threatening language. Every disagreement becomes a zero-sum conflict requiring submission.
Let me explain something. And I want to make something clear. I am not the Ayatollah.
This actually fits a pattern we see in authoritarian systems. Domestic critics get treated like foreign enemies. When you view all opposition as existential threats rather than legitimate disagreement, the language and tactics naturally converge. It's telling and frankly chilling.
I think it might be time for us to figure this out because it's getting crazy. Here's what I suggest. We don't have to meet face to face. I know you're busy. Send a delegation. You get to end your 11th war. What do you say? We can help each other.
The 11th war comment nails something crucial: Trump's compulsive need to create conflicts. Whether it's trade wars, culture wars, or literal wars, he thrives on having enemies. The comedian becomes just another front in his perpetual campaign of grievance and retaliation.
Talks have stalled. That AI-generated meme of him with a machine gun didn't do the trick. And now the finance guys on Wall Street who came up with the acronym TACO, which is short for Trump always chickens out, have a new one. It's Nacho, which stands for Not a Chance Hormuz Opens. Taco and Nacho. Even his favorite snacks have turned against him.
When Wall Street traders are mocking your foreign policy with food puns, that's a problem. The financial markets that actually care about stability and predictability are essentially saying Trump's tough guy posturing is just theater. Markets hate uncertainty, and they're calling his bluff.
But fortunately for the president, he has a legion of hardcore apple polishers on cable news putting a positive spin on every dumb thing he does.
The media ecosystem around Trump creates this dangerous feedback loop. Conservative outlets amplify every grievance, validate every tantrum, and spin every failure as strength. This doesn't just enable bad behavior, it actively rewards it, making the next outburst more likely.
This is an exam, by the way, that begins with, can you tell the difference between a lion and an elephant? All right? But I agree, presidents should take this test every week, preferably live on this program. He's so proud of passing this remedial. He's repeated this story now 50 times. That alone is a sign you didn't pass the cognitive impairment test.
The Montreal Cognitive Assessment tests basic functions like identifying animals and drawing clocks. Bragging about passing it is like boasting you can tie your shoes. The fact that he's told this story dozens of times actually undermines his point about cognitive fitness.
Thinking you've had 3 terms as president means you are cognitively impaired. Take this test together, head to head. Winner gets to finish out your term, huh?
It's brilliant because Trump can't resist spectacle and ratings, but taking the challenge would expose exactly what he's trying to hide. The proposal puts him in an impossible position. Either look weak by refusing or risk public failure. Pure comedic checkmate.